Nighttime fears, monsters and scaries, it comes up for all little ones at some point. And it might just start with being afraid of the dark, or saying they don't want the lights out because they can't see things, shadows that appear, making shapes that just look a bit unsure and could be frightening to a child. Whatever it might be, most children have some point or other where they are feeling fearful and afraid of being alone and being in the dark and of nighttime. So here are 3 tips for you for how to handle that. So the first one is to acknowledge those fears. Don't try and dismiss them or tell the child that that's silly or it's nonsense or shut that down. That won't help. They need to let you know about it. So don't dismiss it. Acknowledge the fear and let them talk to you about what they're thinking. So ask them questions, find out exactly what it is they're afraid of. If you can drill down to what it is, they might actually almost talk themselves out of it. So I'm talking predominantly about 4 to 6 year olds here. So they're gonna have enough vocabulary and understanding of what it is they're afraid of. So it might say, well, it's that shape on the wall, and you might be able to literally move a lamp or shift a toy or a book or a thing that might be in the way, and the problem's gone. Or it might not be that simple, and they might come up with another thing or another thing. If it's the classic, monsters or something under their bed, acknowledging it rather than say, don't be so silly. If you acknowledge it and even check and go, well, there aren't really monsters in the world, but let's just have a look, shall we? Look, okay, look, there's nothing there. See? Nothing there. Mummy's made sure, something like that acknowledges the fear. The second thing I want to suggest for you is to let them express, and that really does follow on from acknowledgement. You're going to acknowledge it, they're going to express. So let them express their feelings, not just about that fear. So not just when you ask them, well, what is it you're afraid of? What is it you're imagining? What is it, not just expressing in response to those questions, but just expressing general stuff about anything, about their day at preschool or at school. It could be they're having a challenging time with a particular friend. It could be that perhaps they're just tired, their concentration's not been great, or anything could be niggling them. It might seem minor or insignificant even to the child, but just by letting them empty their thoughts, good ones, bad ones, whatever they are, by emptying, literally brain dumping on you at bedtime, it just kind of clears the fog and enables them to relax. And that alone is going to help them to be less likely to be fearful, less likely to conjure up these ideas and images, because they're actually in a much more peaceful state of mind at that time. So let them express anything, everything. I really love ending the night or ending the bedtime routine with this sort of age, with some simple questions. You just ask a small question and they let them do the talking. So you just say, what did you enjoy today? What was really good today? And let them tell you. And even if they've got lots to say, just allow enough time for this. And then saying, was there anything that made you sad today? And just let them tell you, oh yeah, my friend said this, or whatever it is. Offer empathy and reassurance, and then ask them something else, like, what did you learn today? And it might be that they actually learned something at preschool or school, or it might be more of a life lesson or something. But 3 questions around that sort of feel that lets them express, helps them to express. So if your child isn't naturally one that does just express and chat to you, open that door, open that floodgate, and help them learn to be good at expressing their feelings and emotions. And be a good listener when they do that. Listen more than talk. So letting them express is my second tip for you, because again, it's going to clear the head, clear the mind, and hopefully they'll be more relaxed. And my third tip for you is to turn it around. So let's say you've done all of that, but they're still afraid because their nightlight creates a shadow and it's conjured up this whole story in their head about a witch in their room or something ridiculous like that. So turn it around and go, okay, so you're not dismissing the idea, but you're saying, okay, well, look, it's actually just the light here, and we can move this, and you'll do all this and it won't be good enough. But you can try those things and then just turn it around and say, well, actually, I don't think it's a witch at all. I think it looks a lot more like a ballerina, or something, a teddy bear, or something that the child likes, and the child will feel more friendly with, as opposed to afraid of. So try and find a way to turn it around, so you're not squashing their imagination, you're not dismissing, poo-pooing their ideas, and you're showing understanding, you're showing a compassion, but you're turning it around and moving it into something that's still imaginative, still letting their imagination flow, but in a way that's conducive to sleep, that's a happy thought, that's positive, and that's going to help them feel relaxed and peaceful and settled to sleep rather than feeling afraid. So there you go, 3 tips for you on how to help 4 to 6 year olds mainly with those fears of monsters and nighttime scary things.